It's Law Nation. Let's continue to grind to shine, baby. Yep. Come on. We got news. We got information. We got Jerry Jones on Jason Peters. Come on. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in to this episode. Let's continue to grind, to shine. The name is Law Nation. Be sure on your way in to smash, and I mean just that, smash that like button. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Let's go. Let's get it. Law Nation.
It's a brand name. It's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee. They know that. Even if they don't know me anymore, they know the chairman of General. Mr. Nasty Cat.
Can't rush perfection, baby. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, yeah. All right, Cowboy Nation, really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in to the show. We're going to talk about what Jerry Jones had to say. We're going to listen to 105.3 The Fan. Also, we were listening to what Tyler Smith had to say about Jason Peters, and then we'll just recap the moments. Shout out to everyone that's watching right now. Be sure to understand that this is week 1. Right, you don't win the Super Bowl in week 1. You don't want to peak in week 1, by the way. But you want to see a good game, basically. You want to see if they can iron out some of the mistakes that they had the previous year, right? And it's just back to football. So that's why I say it's Mr. Nasty.
Mr. Nasty Cat.
It is. So I can't wait to see it, Cowboy Nation. Let me know how you guys feel of the season. Keep in mind, this is the second day of this week. Shout out to you, Don. Yeah, we're here live at Law Nation Studios, baby. Yeah, game day ready. See, Nick, I feel you, man. So let's get right to it. Let me stop stealing all of your time right here, and we get right to it. We're gonna try to make this show as fluid as possible. We're gonna skip on to some of the stuff that they talked about on the front part of that interview, and let's just get right to it.
AD leading up, I know, but like the week before, like a big vacation or
Can y'all hear the audio too?
whatever, a big thing. Dude, I get mad anxiety. Like, is it excitement for you, or are you anxious for this game to happen?
I don't ever leave it. I don't care where I'm located or what I've got. Maybe front and center that day. Everything we do stays with you all the time, and you're constantly noodling or constantly making notes as to some of the things you're deciding on. As you know, we're still adding the roster. We did it as late as yesterday, and that's continual. You're continually doing that, continually making those adjustments. But we, from here on out, this team has a chance to still be coming together as late as December.
Yeah.
In terms of any personnel changes, personnel additions or subtractions. And then you're continually looking around the corner ahead. You can't ever just be sitting here in September and not be looking at, really, if you will, next training camp. And so all of this is a part of it. It's a ball.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. I haven't worked a day in my life. I say that to work today since buying the Cowboys. It's a labor of passion.
Yep.
Jerry Jones with us on Sean and RJ 105.3 The Fan. Jerry, can you take us through how you got Jason Peters locked up in terms of speaking with him and what you think he adds to your football team?
No doubt, it is a labor of passion, a labor of love, and Jerry Jones said that. And man, he's in the good graces of being able to exhibit that, buying a team, and then all of a sudden you look back at it. Now it's worth $8.9 billion or close to $9 billion, give or take. So that's good stuff, man, by Jerry Jones. And we all been waiting for this day, right? Week 1 of the season, and I'm quite sure that he is more ready than we are at this point. Let's get it.
Well, he's a phenomenal player. He was in high school. He was defensive lineman of the year in Texas when he was recruited, and he went to Arkansas. Of course, I was there. Really, always had my eye on him and always looking at him. And of course, we played him twice a year, so we really had to look at him.
Right.
And it was a phenomena. He had. He really wasn't as highly thought of when he came out of Arkansas as he became almost immediately. Kind of a surprise to have this kind of success in the NFL. So bottom line is I've known him very well all these years. And, boy, he played tight end early, so that shows you the kind of athlete. Played defensive line, that shows you the kind of athlete. Mark II and A type stuff for us. And so then to continue his he's so efficient.
Yep.
He's just very efficient to have all that athletic ability and that size. And smart as well. And just pretty much got it on. You think the ability to just manage yourself physically and be able to still be playing, and he plays a position you can play a long time if you're efficient and you have the good luck of durability. He does have that, knock on wood here. And so he can really help you. You can imagine in a position in a game that takes repetition to get better and better and better. You really never quit getting better from the standpoint of mental in the offensive line. Well, look what he brings to a snap when he walks out there and been doing that 20 years. And, boy, you can see it. It just reeks of mental capability.
Jerry, what is y'all's plan for him in terms of getting in shape, and timeline of getting on the field?
Well, we want to be prudent and be recognized that this isn't his first year. In other words, we've got to ease him along. Hooker is a good example of that. But Hooker was coming off an Achilles injury. And so when he came on last year, we eased him into it, and of course he had an outstanding year. But we did ease it into him. We had him in training camp early, and you just saw the kind of patience you want to have, because you don't want to just do the obvious, and that is go out there and have an early setback. And you should honor the years that he's played relative to that risk. With all of that in mind, we'll be hard not to have him in. It has a lot to do with how well Smith's playing at left tackle. It'll have a lot to do with this overall year. It'll have a lot to do with how Tyron Smith is coming along.
Yeah.
And Tyron's going to be able to be out there doing some work relatively soon. And
that's high optimism by Jerry Jones to say Tyron Smith will be ready sometime soon. Just to know that if the Cowboys are going to be prudent with Jason Peters, keep in mind, Cowboy Nation, that the dude is 40 years of age, right? And I'm not saying that that's a situation where we look back at it and we would say, all right, hey, the Cowboys looking for a 40-year-old to be the savior. No, I truly believe in what Tyler Smith had to say about Jason Peters, and we'll play that audio at the edge of this audio. But I just want you guys to understand that football is more of a marathon, not a sprint. And you don't want to rush this guy out here, right? And then you would say, oh, look what happened. Now he's hurt, right? Soft tissue issue. So the Cowboys, just yesterday had the man out there in practice. Now we will see whether or not, the second day is he available to continue to practice, right? And then they'll ramp it up just like they did like he mentioned, Malik Hooker. It took Malik Hooker a long time to get ready, and they did it cautiously, right? And DeMonte KZ recovery time was a whole lot faster, although he's going to another team now. But you got to play it smart, like my guy Asmodeus just said in the chat. Yeah, let's go.
I'm not trying to rush anything, but he is. He's going to be able to keep in pretty good physical position and shape and condition during this time. So you got Tyron, you got, and then we've got a couple of young guys out there that I want to see some snaps if possible.
Right.
Hope we don't have to have them. But I think we've got a couple of young guys that will ease along here. So I think this really lets us be in manageable shape at our left tackle, and we could really keep your fingers crossed. We could have this thing pushed up just about right to be really deep and good there by the time we get to getting close to playoff time.
Jerry Jones here on The Fan. Jerry, what have you seen from Tyler at tackle in practice recently?
Well, you see in practice, ever since he's been here, you see his power. You can see his shortcomings. But boy, those are really fixable shortcomings relative to technique, just if you will, tricks of playing the game. And one thing that I don't want to underestimate about Tyler Smith is how intelligent he is. This guy's exceptional, and boy, that plays a big role in how you adapt and how you adapt to really adjust to what you're playing against, not only in preparation for the coming week, but during the game, adjustments, as well as just in his case, getting his foundation right. And, of course, Peters will really be able to help him along the lines there. And
now, what Jerry is saying in a long way is that, man, having Jason Peters out there will help the young Tyler Smith. Now, granted, I encourage you guys to go back and forth with me and find me a better run blocker out of this previous draft than Tyler Smith. As far as graded out, you won't find anyone who had a higher grade than Tyler Smith. So all off season and the latter part of last season, or even last season in general, most of you guys are banging on the table. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. We got to get nasty with it. We got to run the ball. We got to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball.
Mr. Nasty
Run
guy.
the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Now that we got the guy with the highest rush block or run block grade, what you think we going to do week one against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? I get it. A lot of people, we want a veteran Hall of Famer to play week one, or we want all pros on every part of this position as it relates to front five, right? We want all of our guys to be all pro. We want all of our guys to be a Hall of Famer. We want everybody to be healthy. But I keep telling you guys, even when we had Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and Travis Frederick, we are ringless without those guys. We only have one to two playoff games with those guys, right? So it don't mean a hill of beans if all of your offensive linemen are healthy. It don't mean anything. It don't guarantee anything, Cowboy Nation. That's where I want you guys to really look at the bigger picture and go back to the scheme, the mentality, the aspect of playing football game. You don't need Hall of Famers in all five spots on that offensive line.
our coaching is really oriented toward helping young players. If they have a strength, it's young player strength. Our coaches.
Jerry, I know you're very optimistic by nature. Is your optimism for the season the same this year as it is for basically any other year, or is it different this year?
Well, let me just address the first way you stated the question without any issue on it. But I have to believe 1 and 1 is 3. I can't operate where 1 and 1 is 2. Now, we all know it is physically, but the 3 is where you have to go. Now, you have to have optimism to operate out in that world and commit and do things when you got to count on 1 and 1 being 3. And I'm not trying to play games, but that's where the biggest payoffs is out there. If it's there for everybody to grab, at 1 and 1 is 2. So here you go. You got to look for the best or look for the best outcome. What you have to do, though, is be ready every time that if you don't get that outcome that you hoped might be there or were optimistic about being there, then what do you have to do? You have to create some kind of net. And I've been fortunate in my life. I've operated with at times without a net, and it didn't get me.
Man, I love Jerry, man, but shoot, math is the universal language, right? 1 and 1 is not going to equal 3, and I don't care what dimension you're talking about or what plane or universe or multiverse. 1 and 1 will always equals 2. Now, granted, when I say this, optimism, meaning that I can do more with less with my 2 versus your 4 versus your 5 versus whatever you have. And that is relying on your true core of understanding of belief in yourself or believing in yourself, right? Meaning that even if we take it from the mindset of, biblically speaking, right? David versus Goliath. Me taking off of all of my armor to fight said giant, right? Because I can maneuver, I can move fast with less on me, right? Or guerrilla warfare, when we going into the jungles, or when we going into a fighting a terrain or levels of areas, whereas you may be bigger and stronger, meaning that I'm quicker, I'm more mobile. I know the terrain. I can hide in the jungles. I can hide in the trees, right? That's the guerrilla warfare aspect of it. Whereas you're big, you move slowly, and that is what I look at it. Mama plus daddy equals 3. Yeah, but 1 plus 1. That's 1 plus 1. That's producing 3. That ain't the same. But I feel what you're saying. AMP. 1 plus 1 produces 3. But that is equating that both of those guys are doing some friction action, because that what gives you that 3. That's workable. But if you have mom and dad and they sitting in the room looking at each other and not producing any work, that would not generate 3, right? So those are things that you have to contextualize that. And then if we get into the real biology of it, then we can go real deep into trillions and trillions of sperms and all of that to attack one egg and all of that stuff. And now we doing a whole different type of complex thinking. But that is what it is. Robert Blackwell says, "Law, you wow." But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But here's the thing. Tyler Smith, relying on his talent. The reality of it is that you can't learn how to swim reading a book. You definitely can't learn on how to build a building or by just reading the blueprint. You physically got to get out there and get your hands involved. So let's get it with those type of situations, Cowboy Nation.
But I've had close calls.
What is the net for a lot of questions on the O-line, some inexperience at receiver? What are the and an older running back that
appreciate
not older,
you, Jay
but
Burson.
a running back that people are counting out? What is the net for those issues?
Well, the net is Zeke. The net is running game. The net is play action. The net is giving some help. Those are nets. The net is tight ends. The net is Pollards and running backs and Zeke and others. The net is we've got a quarterback that puts the ball to the best receiver not necessarily to the best open player, not necessarily the best receiver. Now, if everybody's running their routes out there, then he can get it to the right receiver for the particular defense. That's a pretty good safety net. You got to do that, and you got to get the ball out. The longer you hold that ball, the more you need a veteran offensive lineman. That's net.
Go on Jerry Jones. Hey, we love Jerry Jones, man. Cap Taki says, "Are we talking about making babies?" That person is lost in the sauce, whoever talking about that. We all know that math is the universal language, and there's no way around it, right? 1 + 1 = 2, right? And that's just how it goes. But when you start to contextualize everything, it's broken down to simple atoms. And if, I don't want to get into details, of that. I just know that I did science many a moons ago. And I didn't graduate in the top of my class for no reasons, right? So I know for sure I know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm a math guy. It's what I do for a living here. And they don't pay me a high figure salary if I don't know my math, right? But neither here nor there. Not to outspeak my wisdom teeth over here. If you guys truly believe it's 1 + 1 is 5 and 7 and 8, then go about and do that, right? Go about and be those type of people. But I can tell you this right here, Jerry Jones is Jerry Jones, and he's optimistic, and we all optimistic at this point. It's been 26 to 27 years, and on top of that, when we look at everything, this Dallas Cowboys team heading into this season, the 2022 season, the best way that Tyler Smith can grow at this point is listening and learning from either Tyron Smith, even in his crutches, right? Or Jason Peters, letting him know, hey, I've been down that road before. I did these things before to elevate from this pathway before. So that is what he is saying collectively, that we're bringing in Jason Peters, right, to just in case if these things don't fall into right places, then at least we have a guy that been here before, and he's 40 years of age, played over 20 years in the National Football League, and he will help out in those type of ways. Yeah, figuratively speaking. Yeah, Harley, that's what I'm saying, figuratively speaking. But I'm trying to let the low-hanging fruit people understand that these are the realities of it. Look, in Jackson, Mississippi, there's crisis going on, right? And we can talk about faith, Allah, God, Yahweh, and everything and say, hey, I'm going to sit still and wait until the water gets right? No, faith without works is dead. You got to go out there and move things. You got to make things happen. You got to go and get the work part of it. See, a lot of people say that they believe in something. A lot of people say that they trust in something. I would sit here until the heavens open up. But newsflash, if you don't get out there to work, it would never happen. So that's what I'm saying to those who are optimistic about things. You got to get out there and work. Go back and look at any leader, anybody who's successful, and you will see a work pattern behind it. You will not see the person that's sitting down saying, hey, blessings is coming. No, you got to get out there and work. Tyler Smith got to get out there and work regardless. It don't matter if you bring Tupac and Biggie back. Those boys got to show up and show out and teach these guys to get out there to work. There are so many people that will sit still and say, hey, I got all of the talent and I'm going to wait for somebody to come save me. No. You got to get out there and work. That is the reality of it. A man shall work by the sweat of his brow. There are codes, and there are universal codes, and there are the unknown codes to life. And I promise you, by sitting still and not moving, I can tell you one thing, that code, you won't get it done. You got to get out there to work. A lot of people say, hey, man, I want to have stomach muscles. I want to be chiseled. Trust and believe. You got to put in that work. It ain't going to happen just by you sitting down eating tons of ice cream. I don't even care what your genetics are. You know, you got to still go out there and work. That is the reality of it. The Dallas Cowboys, we can talk about it from sun up to sundown. These boys got to get out there to work. Tyler Smith, his best medicine would be getting out there to work. His best medicine would be this weekend, getting out there playing, not watching, playing.
Jerry, you mentioned Zeke there, and you've mentioned in the past that, you use the quote, "We go as Zeke goes." The league has gone, very much skewed towards the pass first type game. Are you guys just kind of zigging when the rest of the league is zagging there?
No, but we've had success doing that, by the way. And I know when we first got here, you didn't play small. You didn't play with speed at linebackers on defense. We added smaller players and speedier players on defense. League wasn't going that way. So that served us well. That's just an example. But, boy, that's the art of the deal, is to try to come in with something that gives you that edge, that continued edge. My main thing is I like to see adjustments made during the season and during the games more. And we've had a lot of times where it just seems we were pretty set in how we and what we were doing, and didn't make those adjustments. Now, that's easy to do when you're losing a ball game, is to second guess it. But fundamentally, I like to see us have some flexibility. I think that's, again, going back to that net definition. I think some flexibility, ability to adjust in games when we prepared and it's not working for us. I think all of that will help us, the opposition, from just depending on where we've got a obvious frailty. We've got to go away from that frailty. Now, this is just obvious fundamental stuff, but the game is designed to do different things. If you get stopped real good doing what you plan to do, you've got to do it a different way.
Jerry, you mentioned the youth and how your coaching staff is set for that. Before Jason Peters, I'll check afterwards. You guys had the third youngest team and roster in the NFL. Does that get Coach McCarthy a little more grace period to start off with the amount of youth that you guys are putting out there?
Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. There's the cons and pros of having a young team, meaning that the young team, right, will recover fast, will probably be more prone to making more mistakes. But then you can say, hey, if they just learn this one little thing, man, how much faster would this team would be far as the knowledge of the game, right? But that older team, they already been down there before, right? They already understand the process of the game, what it need to do to reserve some of your energy for the third and the fourth quarter, right? But the young team sometimes can be sporadic, not being in tune enough if they're not guided by a better coach to withstand some of the long droughts or the situations whereas you need to pull one out and hit them with the haymaker, right? It goes all the way back to life in general. When you're young, you'll sit there and say, I got all of the time in the world, right, to make things happen. But as you get older, you realize, man, that time is creeping up. We still don't know the time that we have, but as an older gentleman, you would look back at it and say, man, I don't have this much time. So I'm going to cherish these moments a little bit better. And that has been one of the issues with this team on the coaching side, as well as some of the thought track of having players, the youth over the experienced person or someone who's been down there before. I said this before. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but here is the truth of it. A new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. And when you have a young offensive coordinator, hear me out, you may have the creativity, maybe some spontaneity, but you don't have the experience. You don't have the wherewithal to say, all right, hey, we got to get back to running this process now, right? These are the things that hit when we worked before. I've seen this formation 5 years ago. I seen that formation 10 years ago. I understand what they're trying to take away. And that is what we've been trying to do with the Cowboys organization on the offensive side of the coin, right? We have Kellen Moore going into his 4th year ever calling plays. I'm quite sure that he had to go through some growing pains. I'm quite sure that some of the players that's on this team that we're going to see this year as it relates to the wide receivers, Noah Brown being the most experienced wide receiver on the team, I'm quite sure that other wide receivers on this team will go through some growing pains. But it doesn't mean that these guys can't win, because in the 90s, we were one of the younger teams. However, to counter that, we had a seasoned coach who held people accountable.
Well, I think that I don't need that he needed more grace period, candidly, one way or the other. I think that we've got a team by design. We could have had a different team, as you well documented, and the media has documented, and our fans. We could have had a different team had we wanted to. We signed 4 or 5 of the veteran players that we didn't sign. But we needed to make some changes, and we have. And the best way to make it is with youth. Youth costs you a little bit to play with it, especially early. But we know that too. And so we think this is the best way with this team, this quarterback, this talent. We think this is the best way to go, and it's the best way to go for looking around the corner at the next years to come. So the answer to your question is youth. It fits our design right now, and we're going right to plan as we speak.
Jerry, some would say that, and we benefit from this, as I said to start the interview, that, the Cowboys can be, a busy place, little circus, some distractions. I preface that with this Tom Brady question, as he's been in the news and leaving training camp. With your history of dealing with so-called distractions, is this an opportunity for you guys, Jerry? Do you think this could set Tampa back a little bit with all the stuff that Tom has been in the news and the headlines for?
Well, I think that if anybody is thinking that we have more said about us or more visibility, if they're saying that, that's exactly what I try to do. And I do want to keep them talking about the Cowboys and have from the day I got here. And so, again, I'm smiling and I'm saying it with all the positive in the world. If we've got them talking about us, we're doing our job. And you asked, does that help hurt the performance of a player? Frankly, I've seen it get us players that we might not have gotten, that interest, that visibility. I've seen it work. I know that we get higher intensity at practice when we have thousands of people watching our two-a-days as opposed to not having people watch there. The pride in a player just makes him want to be his best when he's out there in front of 2,000 or 3,000 people.
Yeah, hey, that is what it is. Shout out to Jerry Jones for the full interview without me pausing and rewinding. Be sure to check out odyssey.com and /1053 The Fan, where you can listen to Sean and RJ. Beautiful interview with Jerry Jones. They're going to do this twice a week from my understanding, and it will be another one on Friday with Jerry Jones, and I think they're going to sprinkle in Stephen Jones tomorrow, and that will be the flow of the Cowboys regular season flow there. Before we answer the phone calls, let me play this quick excerpt of Tyler Smith saying the impact of having Jason Peters in the room. Let's listen to this right quick. And you can hear this audio as well as on DallasCowboys.com.
I mean, he's a great vet, definitely a future Hall of Famer. He's played a long time in this league. Even today, he was just giving me some tips and tricks he's learned throughout the year. That could really help me in my development just now. And so, he's a great addition to the team. He's been a great guy just coming in the building so far.
He said that he'd been even talking to you today about your technique. What did he tell you today?
I mean, he told me a lot of things, but just one thing, he taught me a little bit about hand tricks, how he operates with his outside hand. Like, he's like, when you strike, like, you can make it a looping strike, just to kind of shazoom defenders, like, kind of just knock them off their game a little bit, like, just make it a turning strike. And that's just small stuff. He also talked about, like, getting out of your stance quick and getting to your spot being one of the most important parts of blocking, because from that point on, it's just a chess match between you and the defender. Like, and even though it seems small, that stuff can take you a long way. So it was just, little things like that.
It's the little things, Cowboy Nation, the rudiments. That's what Tyler Smith is saying. And to listen to the full interview, please go to DallasCowboys.com and check them out there. I want to tell people this. When you have someone that's playing for over 15, 20 years in the league, people tend to ask them, what are the things that you're doing, right? And it's the little things. I recall listening in to an interview with Michael Irvin. Right, and he was talking about how he get off his releases and how he climbed to the second level of his routes, and he makes sure it's the small things, keep his arm moving fast, and he felt as if though his arms move faster, then he would run fast, or it appears that he can climb inside of his routes and get out of his breaks a little bit quicker, and that alludes to the defensive back to play him differently. It's the small things, especially getting off of your releases and everything, stay low, and then gradually rise up, and then pivot, use your jab step to get open. Those things, it's the small things, right? And veteran wide receivers will tell you that. Veteran players will tell you, hey, these are the things that help them propel their careers. It's the small things, believe it or not. And you got to still, look, people still, basketball players, they still work on their free throws, right? Just because it's free. You still got to work on them, right? You still got to drain those. All right, so for those who've been patiently waiting, I really thank everybody for tuning in. If I could get my mods or anyone to drop the phone number down and I'll pin it to the top, 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Be sure to hit that number up if you want to be on. I got the first caller from the 903. You're live.
What's up, Law?
What's good with you? Talk to me.
It's Johnny Gamble out here in East Texas.
East Texas. All right, you from Jason Peters' neck of the woods. Talk to me, man.
Well, I think one thing I was going to say is I think what I've heard it before, what Jerry Jones was talking about was actually a financial situation that he uses a lot, I feel like he does in the Cowboys and even in Comstock. What he was saying is if you say you have $1 million and you buy $1 million worth of equipment, it equals $1 million, right? 1 and 1 equals 2. Well, what he was saying, I think, is if you take that $1 million and you go to the bank and you borrow another 2, then you get 3. Then you have $3 million to work with instead of $1 or $2 million to work with.
Okay.
And because in that same interview, if you look, he also mentioned the art of the deal. There's a bunch of billionaire financial things that I listen to all the time. And it talks about different stuff like that, and that's what I was getting out of that. It's kind of the scenario. You invest your money in young, and you'll end up getting more out of it later is what I think he was trying to, get at.
Implement investments, right. ROIs and everything. Yeah. So, I mean, we all get that, right? Your return on your investment. So, with that same breath, 1 + 1 could equals a -3, right? Or negatively.
We saw that on the line before when Stephen Jones got that lineman.
Right. So I get that from that aspect, but that is speaking of not actually the actual true value of 1 plus
Yeah.
1. That's speaking of values of multiplying compound interest and everything else. But it's neither here nor there. He's a billionaire for a reason, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right,
and I
right,
think
right.
that's what he was using, and he said it later on even, he wants to keep it, hey, let's say it. Stephen A. may be the best Cowboy fan there is because he keeps the Cowboys relevant.
No doubt, man. Shoot. Well, not just Stephen A. He just catching what's really going on, right? Cowboys will always be relevant. I don't want to give Stephen A. Smith any of those credits. He's just seeing an opportunity, and he's trying to get his 1 plus 1 to equals 3 when he's mentioning the Cowboys.
Right.
So that's what he's doing. He just trying to ride the wave with the Cowboys because he know for sure that somebody is going to try to talk about this and that, and he's just trying to jump on. So it is what it is,
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah.
no, I was just going to say that, and then I appreciate everything you do, bringing that that radio to us to where we can hear it because I don't catch 105.3 over here.
Oh, wow.
But I do appreciate it.
No doubt. I appreciate you from the 903 East Texas, man. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah, so I get it. So, all right, I tell you what, I get it. I got my degree in economics. Okay, I feel you. All right, so degree aside, it don't really mean anything because I tell people all the time, you can learn whatever you learn in China. You can learn whatever you learn in South Africa, Guam, and then you can literally learn whatever you learn in New Mexico. It don't matter, right? Long as you know, knowledge is knowledge. Knowledge, it doesn't matter where you learn it at as long as you can apply knowledge. But if you really want to put your leg on a limb and teach your young kids, hey, man, literally, there's a guy by the name of Jerry Jones, literally was saying 1 plus 1 is 3. And if they can truly put that down on a sheet of paper and they can rock, then fly with it. That's all I'm saying. So my thing is a salesman job is to tell you the moon is made of cheese. And if you go purchase the rocket, the space suit and everything, the spaceship to get to the moon, and you realize, hey, man, that salesman, God dog it, I made it all the way here, and it's not a cheese, it's just a rock. That's shame on you, right? Look, my job is a salesman, and I've been in sales before, right? It's to sell you optimism. That's where the whole thing says, hey, I hate to say this, don't piss down my back and tell you it's rain, right? Oh, man, my whole job as a salesman is to do that. My whole job as a salesman to sell you yellow snow, to bring sand to the beach and say, hey, purchase this block of sand because if you touch this sand, all of the ladies will love you, right? Oh, to touch this block of sand that I have in my hand, ladies, you will have that flat tummy. That's my whole job as a salesman, right? So Jerry, as the head of the Cowboys billion-dollar business, his job is to sell you optimism. He won't tell you that in another nutshell, right? Come on, Cowboy Nation. Come on, let's go. I got the 937. You live.
Yes, sir. It was good, Law, man.
It was good with you, man.
Hey, it's week 1. We here.
We here. Bring
We
it.
at the finish line. We've been drafting. We've been doing the NFL draft. Oh, it's week 1 now.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's week 1, man, and at this point, I'm ready for
At
it.
this point, but I'm not even worried about the line and stuff like all the that's something we should have been did. But hey, it's week 1 now. It's a long season, so we got all season to fix that for real.
Right.
So I'm not really panicking that, but this is the first season where I'm actually like really excited to watch the defense. Like when I'm watching the game, I don't miss the offense. I go get some popcorn or something while I'm watching the game. Like, all right, it's defense on the field. Let me run in here. Nah, it's the opposite this year. It's like, look, I can't miss a snap with Micah Parsons on the defense.
Man, my goodness, man, because every play is valuable, right? Like we used to, like when it was punt time or what have you, we would say, man, these guys ain't gonna block the kick. But now it's a situation where, man, these guys can block the kick, right? It's not over with yet.
the kicker punted the ball in the air. You got Turpin back. Like, oh my goodness, I cannot miss nothing. You miss one play, you might see it on ESPN tomorrow. For real.
No doubt, man.
I'm excited. And then, but with the offensive side, like I know, like receiver, like all that stuff. But I'm actually cool. Like the reason for that is because Michael Gallup, like I feel like it's his turn to take his step up. You know, it's time for him to go to that next level, which he deserves. You feel me? So I wasn't really mad when Amari left or whatever, because of that fact. I'm like, all right, we signed Gallup. I mean, I'm not mad to throw more targets his way, because I think Michael Gallup is the best receiver in the league around the sideline. Like, you put him around the sideline, like he can catch any ball you throw that way and keep his two big toes on the sideline before it got out of bounds.
I think the world of Michael Gallup. I hope that he have a speedy recovery, right? And I hope that they don't rush him out there on the field too soon. But the best in the league, he gonna have to prove it, man. He gonna have to get out there for the 2022 season and play like light pants on fire type of deal, because he will be him, Noah Brown, and CeeDee Lamb. They are the guys with the most experience, and we're gonna have to see them add a level up to that, right?
Yeah, yep. Exactly. It's more targets to go around now, so I'm just excited for the season, man. It's week 1. We here, y'all. And let me get my prediction in.
I got my book of law right here, man. I'm ready for you, man.
So check this out. The score will be, I'm going to give Tampa 13 points. Dallas going to have 27.
27-13. What's your name, fam?
And everybody, the next morning, they're going to wake up on ESPN. Is Tom Brady the same? Is he okay? Like, I see it coming, man.
What's your name?
I'm Wavy. It's Tave. Wavy Tave in the chat.
Hold on. Give me a few seconds. Let me say this into this computer system right here. Yeah. Wavy.
9 from Ohio, man, from Dayton, Ohio, and Bengals. That's really, I can't wait. They walking around here with their chest out, man.
I know they are. They've been speaking glowingly. Look, that's the only team. Like, they don't talk negative during the off season to the team that lost the Super Bowl. Only if it's been another team. But that's a story of another day. But I love it. 27-13, Wavy, and then you saying that, hey, my guy Michael Gallup, MG13, he gonna keep it mean this year, and he's gonna be phenomenal. Hey, man, I can't wait, baby. I can't wait, man.
Let's go.
Let's get it, man.
Y'all. Hey, let's go. The Cowboy Nation, y'all hit that like button if y'all think we getting this dub this week.
No doubt, bro. Salute. Yes, indeed. Wavy!
Dracarys.
I mean, that's a good call from him. So, hey, Key, they already called it in with their predictions, man. They ain't scared, Cowboy Nation, they are not scared around here. I got my guy from the VIP Lounge. You're live.
Lord's VIP, baby! I want to welcome JP to the VIP section. Big bottle, big boy, big body. Man, I watched some tape on him. I watched some tape on him from Arkansas all the way up. You realize he was a tight end at Arkansas?
Right, good feet, big boy too, man.
Yeah. So that transition that he made to be one of the greatest offensive tackles, 9-time Pro Bowler. You cannot just try and body rush him like I think you can do the Rooks. Because the Rooks, I think you could bull rush them and knock them off your feet. You're not bull rushing, big homie.
No doubt. You definitely look. Size is everything in this league, right? The bigger you are, the powerful you are. Move people out of the way, keep your quarterback upright. Those things, man, goes a long way. And I truly believe Jason Peters, even though he's not going to be ready, I believe in the Cowboys system week 1 or week 2. But, man, if he can pull upon the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding to Tyler Smith, who got size. He's 6'4" too, 325 to 330 pounds. So if if he can just pour upon his knowledge and information to him, then man, baby, this thing go a long way.
Sir. And what I heard he was doing, respectfully, not only working with him, he's working with Steele.
Right.
And I heard Micah. Micah was picking his brain as well.
Right. It's a twofold situation. Hey, Eagles fans crying about it and mad about it. They want to sell it and denigrate him, man. And we over here just saying, we get it, right? We're not saying that the dude gonna walk on water or turn water into wine, but man, he know how to get us to the liquor store, right? So we know that this dude right here been around the block, and then by him teaching, I go all the way back to even DeMarcus Ware and Tyron Smith when they was going back and forth teaching each other. Each one teach one. So this, like you said, goes a long way, and I'm very excited about it, man. I am.
This is what money can't pay for. And I think this is what that Jerry was saying with that new math with 2 equals 3. I get confused sometimes with Jerry, you know, but Jerry throws little subliminals in there that I want you guys to pick up on. Jerry loves very few players that he falls like deeply in love with, like Romo love, like Michael Irvin love, and like Zeke love. He loves him some Zeke. So despite what the league thinks and what Cowboy Nation, he loves him some Zeke.
Yeah, he do. He do.
but we realize the importance of Zeke is bigger than just his running back skills. He is Ford's best friend. He is Ford's best protector. Outside of his old tackles, he is Ford's best protector.
He is, yeah.
So we have to keep that. We have to be conscious of all of that. Let me say this before I bust off that we have an OC that was the 30-year-old version last year. So he made a lot of mistakes on himself. You know, he was fumbling all over himself. He got too happy at times. You know the times, man.
Right.
So I think that, you know, now that he I don't want to offend anybody, but you know, he got popped. You know, now he got popped. He might be a little bit more. His eyes are open more.
Yeah.
So he can see that. You know, I'm not gonna wet the bed when it comes to, because Jerry was throwing punches at him. Jerry threw a couple of shots at him, talking about adjusting in the game. He was talking to him, not to DQ. He was referring to our OC about adjusting.
Right.
So that's all. If he does that and graduates from being getting out of that virgin state, you know, he's past that now. He's not wet behind the ears anymore. He got his first punch in the face. Now I want to see his retaliation skills.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm asking for my OC, and just commit to the run. Be committed to running the rock.
Yeah.
That all.
Man, you right on the money today with that, man. I have no rebuttal to that. I promise you I don't.
So respectfully from there, we have to have confidence in our wide receivers, and I know we know, but me and you and the real Cowboy Nations know, after week 1, we can sign a vet and not hold him to the whole contract for the year. So we said after week 1, Jerry and Will and Steve are in the lab like, okay, if I don't see what I want out of our young wide receivers, then we'll go snatch a vet up. Confidence.
There you go. Confidence.
Cowboy Nation.
Yep, and it's not. Look, I see people say size and everything, and hey, it's the heart of the champion, right? It's the heart of the dog. So we'll find out, man. You know, and look,
that's right.
It's
size
perspective
only matters
too.
when,
Perspectives too.
You know?
Perspectives. Kevontae Turpin and Errol Spencer, same size. Errol Spence and Turpin, same size. You know, so one is considered a lethal champion. The other one is considered, hey, he's too tiny for football. So that is the reality of it.
And that's something else. I'm glad you brought him up before I get off. That was my last hitter. That I heard Bones was working him on for field goal misses return.
Right.
Remember how they introduced Rome? That's what we're going to use him as well, because you know you're at an advantage.
Right.
That return is at an advantage because all of the players on the field from the special teams are not acclimated for that speed. They're just there for blocking. 90% of them there are just for blocking.
Blocking.
So, I like that. I like that as well, man. Use him in any way we can. Use my boy Turnup. I don't care what the people think about what I say about his name. His name is Turnup.
Yeah.
My mama said his name is Turnup. I'm calling him Turnup. All right?
No doubt, man. VIP, man. Let me hear you say it, man.
How about them Cowboys? Let's go, Raw. Let's get it,
Let's
baby.
get it, man. Hey, I got his name down in the book of law, man. And, hey, VIP been all on it, man. I can't wait to see this thing manifest itself into greatness, man. Iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel. I got him somewhere up in here. He got him going 42-13. And I can't wait to see that game because he's saying that's what the Cowboys are going to do, 42-13. All right, so the next call, I appreciate everybody for jumping in. Can you guys do me a huge favor? Hit that like button and share this content.
Let the Cowboys Experience introduce you to a whole new way to enjoy a Cowboys football weekend. Experience the ultimate Cowboys player and fan event at Toyota Music Factory on the Texas Lottery Plaza, making lasting memories by booking at cowboysexperience.com today.
That's 817-888-1726. You will be in the mix with the Cowboys Experience events. And, hey, this will be this weekend. And I can't wait to see y'all beautiful faces out there. Let's continue to grind, to shine, Cowboy Nation. And on top of that, baby, we got a wonderful surprise for you guys this year. Look, call that number. Hit us up. Man, we will not have just a good time. We will have a great time, and I can't wait to see you all. All right, so the next caller from the 562, you are in the mix. You're live.
Well, what's the deal, baby?
Hey, it's all good. Talk to me, man.
Man, you know, that's all good. First of all, I want to piggyback off what VIP said.
VIP.
You know, that's very smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zeke is Dak's best friend. Like, so my thing is Zeke's not going to go nowhere.
Right.
Probably they're going to reconstruct his contract. But Zeke's going to be there with Dak. Dak leaves, Zeke leaves. I think vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Two, what do you think would mean more? If we beat Tampa Bay week 1 or if we beat the Bengals week 2?
Both, right? We beat both of them. 2-0 starting off. I think that would mean more as far as momentum. Both teams are slotted. I guess, with the Tampa Bay +2 game or plus 2 points, I meant to say, favor or what have you, however those things goes. And then, of course, everybody talking about Cincinnati Bengals, right? The Cowboys literally got a prime opportunity to start off back-to-back home games to use that momentum, man, to springboard this season. I can't wait, man. So both games are important.
Both games are important. Okay. All right, I got you. And to, mention on Jerry Jones, you know that Jerry Jones is a slick pimp. You know that, right?
I know, man.
Like my granddad used to say, man, salesman is just a legalized pimp.
Yes, indeed, man.
So, he's going to work that mouthpiece, and, all publicity is good publicity.
Right.
Like, this ain't down. This is chess. So I'm trying to keep my name in your mouth at all costs.
All costs, man. Mona Lisa was a man. You know what I'm saying? So, they're going to talk about those type of things. As salesman, man, this piece, Mona Lisa, was really a man. You know what I'm saying?
But everybody wanted it.
Everybody wanted it, man. And that's what image, and that's what salespeople do. And I'm not, look, trust and believe. I don't like Jerry. I love Jerry for what he did for the organization and franchise, right? I mean, we are the most visible organization in the world. In the world.
We are the most hated and the most loved at the same time.
There you go. And the haters can't stop talking about it. Look, Davey, I was watching, we had a meeting all this morning, so I was watching my TV, and I was just listening to how the pundits, the critics, talk bad about the Cowboys and talk bad about what we did during the off season and have such a low expectation for the boys, right? And then I already know that they're going to continue to move the goalposts. They said it last year. Cowboys had no chance of getting to the playoff. The Cowboys have no chance of winning XYZ games, right? Dak Prescott, he have no ability to win games. Blah, 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 blah. And all we did was won 12 games last year, right?
Oh, just only 12.
Only 12,
That's hard at all to do.
And I heard how they talked. They said, we got to give respect to the divisional champs, the Washington team, right? All last year, that's all we heard. And that defense is going to be stifling. That defense is going to be like the 85 Bears, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to put the Cowboys on third. Go back and listen. I want you guys to go back and listen to some of the pundits and critics. And they were saying that, hey, the Cowboys are going to finish third in the division, and it's going to be the Washington Eagles and the Cowboys. And then all of a sudden, when we start playing the game, oh, the Cowboys don't play no competition. It's always the hate against the Cowboys.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how, our division is the weakest, but isn't our division the only division that each team has a Super Bowl?
Yep, only division. Each team got a Super Bowl. You're right.
I can dig it.
Yep.
Our fault who we play.
Yep.
I mean, like Tom Brady blew out his division every year.
Every year.
Said that they were. Every year he blew out, but nobody said that division was weak.
Every year. Yep. Well,
I mean, you can say more in Pittsburgh back in the glory days, but that could be compared as the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Right. It's crazy, man. It's flat out crazy.
I don't buy the division. This is the football team. Everybody know how to play football.
Yep. But, man, what else you got for the show, man, before I let you roll, man?
Like I said, well, Cowboys don't come out with the dub. I just wanted to know which one, will mean more, beating Tom Brady or beating the Bengals. But we got to win week one to set the tone. So I got Cowboys 31, Tampa Bay since Tom Brady 21. 31.
What's your name again, fam?
Oh, man, Aaron. Straight out of Long Beach, baby.
Aaron Rodgers, man. I'll play with you. Hold on. Hold tight. Don't run off now. Hold on. Let me save this in here. I don't know why I got Turner up in here, but hold on. Set name. Aaron. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I got you, man. Long Beach, man. Appreciate you, fam. I got you saved.
Oh, you enjoy the rest of your Law Nation stand up. How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed. How about them Cowboys? That's my guy, man. Aaron. Not Rodgers, All right, man. We winning both. Ain't that right, Sadiq? We appreciate you guys. All right, y'all be sure to smash that like button, share this content. Sharing is caring. And when you guys do all of those things, be sure to also hit that notification bell.
Be sure to pluck the notification bell for more content.
Oh, boy, when he turned around, after he plucked that in. He turned around. Yeah. All right, for the 972, you're live. 972.
Good afternoon, Law. I'll make my phone call quick. I'll try to land in within 2 minutes.
Okay, cool.
I'm ready for week one. I hope this offense is able to set the run. I mean, everyone's talking about it. And we have to help Dak offensively get rid of the ball quickly. It's not a secret on what we're going to do. Not like last year. See, last year, he had the freedom to send a false attack or decoys, having the freedom of number 1, Gallup, CD, and Cooper. Now you can't utilize that, mismatch. We know who's the X. We know who's the Y. Now let's go out there, smash their mouth, and show them some Cowboys football. And that's all I have to say, Law. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? That's what I'm talking about. That was quick. The Flash. That boy fast with it, right? All right. Yeah. I mean, we got to set the tone, bust them in the mouth, run. We got to understand, too, that Todd Boyles, right? Todd, he knows Jerry Jones, right? So we got to hit him in the face and let him know, hey, you might know Jerry. You might know the Cowboys and the organization. You part of Bill Parcells' tree. But let me show you what we bring to the table. All right, so I thought I had you in here earlier, but let's see if I can get you back. 336, you in the mix.
What's going on, Law Nation?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me.
You are the content creator, like LLJ. DJ, you are the content creator, man. I just want to echo though about Jason Peters, man. I think he's gonna make a big impact, even though he's not playing week one probably.
Right.
But just that swag that he's gonna bring to the locker room, the attitude. Right. I think all the other guys, the young guys, they're gonna feed off of him. I'm pretty sure he's gonna tell them to go out there and be aggressive. Be that dog that they can be. And, you know, OG, they're going to follow OG. When OG say do this and do that, that's how the young boys going to come, man. So I think he's going to make a big impact for just being in the locker room, bringing that attitude. We already know the defense. You know, we already know they dogs already with Michael Parsons and D-Law and all them. So they're going to bring it. So just adding that factor on to the offense, to the offensive line, to the offense, period, I think that's going to be great, man. And how about them Cowboys? Let them hang. And you haters, keep that big D out your mouth. It's bad for you.
Yeah. They like to try to gargle that thing, baby. Yeah, that's my guy from the 336, man. I appreciate him.
Just dropped them.
Cowboy Nation, for those who don't understand this part of it, we are vibrational creatures, man. We are not just a person that walk around with flesh and blood and bones or what have you. When we talk about, let me give you guys an example. Ain't this right, Sadiq? We appreciate you for the donations and your love. I'm going to break this down like 1 + 1 = 3. Let me break this down to you then. Let me break it down to you. Let me break it down to you. I'm going to give her one of these right here, though. You know, what ties is the Cowboys Experience in the chat. Hit the like button before I start snitching. Yeah. The Cowboys Experience, baby. We got an unbelievable opportunity. These are the things that happen with Cowboys Experience. If you're in the Dallas area, the day before the game, and I'm going to tie down all of the stuff that I'm going to bring together for you guys in a few. Here's the thing. If you are a Cowboys fan and you are in the Dallas area, you should be at the Cowboys Experience. We will have Drew Pearson. And I think he is a Hall of Famer, gold jacket Drew, right, by the way. And on top of that, we will have 2, I think it's 3 now. It's elevated to 3 current players that's playing on the Cowboys the following day. So I encourage you guys to be out there at the event. I can't put the player's name out there, but call the number 817-888-1726. Just say, hey, I want the law special, man. They will hook you up. They will set you up, and you will get a chance to shake the hand, take pictures, maybe kiss babies, all of that good stuff with the players. So I appreciate everybody. This Cowboys Experience, especially if you are in the area. All right, so here's the thing. When I talk about presence, when we talk about someone bringing in experience, have you guys ever been around your grandfather or you've been around somebody that you truly love, right? And they can be in a room or they could be sitting in a certain chair, right? Hear me out. And the moment they pass away or the moment they are gone from this dimension for a long time, right? Or the moment they even could be alive. And they could be in a whole nother state. But you can tell that their presence has been there because of the energy that they leave behind. We are vibrational creatures, baby. And I can tell you, you can be in a room with somebody, been in there, and you can say, I can still feel their presence. I can still hear their voices. I can still hear what they were saying in this moment. And that is what veterans and that is what leadership brings to the table. And that is what experience also embodies. Go back, Cowboy Nation, and listen to what the 1995 and 96 Cowboys team said. We had to win in spite of the coaches, right? We had to win in spite of such and such. They had to bring back some of the presence of what Jimmy Johnson had poured upon them, and they was putting out the knowledge that they gained from him out there on the field. Just go back and listen to Troy Aikman said, see, somebody feeling me, punny. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Hey, y'all already know. So y'all already know how this thing goes. Miss Scouting Pro says, Law answered the question like Jerry. I don't know how to do that, Miss Scouting Pro. Y'all be sure to check her out, man. She always got good stuff. So the presence will always be around. Law, until our team stop all of this softness and get some discipline. This is from Akeem. I feel you. All right, so let's go with the 936. You are in the mix. You're live.
Hey, man, what's going on, Law Nation?
Hey, man, all is well, man. I can't complain.
Man, I just wanted to speak on a couple of things, like with CD Lamb. First off, do you feel like he's gonna, I guess, how do you feel like he's gonna fall into that number one position?
CD Lamb?
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing is, my whole talk track on CD Lamb is this right here, and it is the...
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
So my thing is, when I press that, is that it's the unknown. CD Lamb, this will be his first role, although he had number one wide receiver numbers last year, right? 79 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, and I believe about 200-some yards rushing, or close to that, or 100-something yards rushing. My thing is, with CD, they are already trying to move him inside the slot, move him on the outside, move him all the way around, and they took a page from Cooper Kupp's playbook, right, or McVay's playbook on how they should align CD Lamb. So my thing is, with CD Lamb, week 1 against the Bucs, he shouldn't be only on the X. They should line him up inside the slot, line him up on the outside, and that should translate to number one production when you look at the complete picture.
Absolutely, I agree. Like I say, we've been having barbershop talk. I work in the barbershop, man. And
No doubt.
I've been saying the same thing all week, man.
Man, all week, man. Just go back and look at Cooper Kupp, right? I mean, as good as he was as the wide receiver, as their quote-unquote number one, Van Jefferson still ate, as well as their running back still got into the mix. They went out, and Robert Woods at the time, before he got hurt, he was still eating, and they still picked up the phone and said, oh, let's bring in Odell Beckham. Right? Let's add more and more opportunities for him to eat. And that's what the Cowboys need to do, is continue to look at CeeDee Lamb and say, okay, you're good, right? But Noah Brown, I truly believe, if you look at Noah Brown, he would be the X receiver. He would play that role of being the wide receiver on the outside. I don't think that they would slide Noah Brown inside, because I have yet to see him run any type of routes from the slot since he's been playing with the Cowboys on a consistent level.
Right. Okay. Yeah, man, like I say, I ain't going to hold you too long, man. I just want to give a little shout-out to my hometown, Hemphill, Texas, and those mean mighty Hornets.
Mean mighty Hornets.
Right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to give a prediction.
Okay.
The Cowboys 47-28.
Hold on.
Sunday night.
Whoa.
We set the tone off right.
Jeez, 47-28. What's your name, fam?
Cameron.
Cam. Okay, hold on. Let me save your name in here, so that people can know. If you get those numbers right, man, I'm trying to hit you up then. Hold on. Set. Bam. Cam. I got you, man. You saved in here, man. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Let me hear you say it, man, at the barbershop. Let me hear you say it, bro. You ain't gonna say it, man. Cam. How about them Cowboys?
Them Cowboys, baby.
Yeah, dog. I thought you were gonna leave me on it. Appreciate you, Cam. All right, man. Yeah, Cam, baby. So he got us going 47-28, man. All right, cool. And speaking of this, man, this is from the 314, the cold hard truth.
Yes, sir. What it is, what it do.
Man, it's your world, man. Sure. You're going to give it to us the cold, and you're going to give it to us hard, and it's the truth, right? What you got for this show, man?
That's the only way I know how to be. I'm gonna keep it short and simple for you, Law.
All right.
This is I'm very excited, as everybody is, for week 1.
Right.
But again, I got to drop some jewels.
Okay, drop them.
I think Jason Peters is a big pickup.
Okay.
But I don't think it's for all the reasons that the fans are saying. They looking at it from a mental, leadership, and a physical. I think it's only from a leadership. I don't think we're going to get much out of his big old body at this point as far as on the field. But I think where it's going to play a factor at is his mentorship and leadership he can pass down to Tyler Smith and the other linemen. It can help speed up Tyler Smith's progress. I think that's where we're going to get the biggest and most value out of signing him, because if you really look at it, this man was on the street just 3-4 days ago without a job. So if he had really had anything on the tank on the field, somebody would have called him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to contextualize all of that, Cavante Turpin was on the streets without a job, right? And somebody should have drafted him and picked him up, right?
But the difference of that, Jason Peterson played a long Hall of Fame career. Nobody knew who Turpin was. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he was on the street. He didn't have a resume. Peters has a Hall of Fame resume. So if he was on the streets, it was for a reason.
Yeah, he's 40. That's the reason why he was 40. You know, so
That's
yeah.
my point, Long.
Yeah.
So if they knew physically on the field he didn't have nothing left. I'm saying what we're going to get out of him. I think it's a good pickup, but
Right.
not for on the field. A lot of fans think it's going to be both on the field and in the locker room. I don't think it's going to play out on the field like that with him.
Well, this is what I believe what they did. You know, of course, the 1 + 1 = 3 move, right? This is what I believe what Jerry is saying collectively, is that we got a guy that's not going to play week 1 or week 2, but his 1 + 1 would be his knowledge plus his wisdom. He will pour upon Tyler Smith, right? And that will give you the 3, right? So if I try to do the weird math that Jerry is trying to, and that's what you're saying right now, right? However, if hold on before you go, but however, if Tyler Smith don't work out well with the first 2 or 3 weeks, then they'll insert Jason Peters. I think that Jason Peters will still be better than Byron Bell, right? Chaz Green, Ty Nsekhe. Is that big body from the tape that you've seen at 39, because he was 39 last year, going into his 40th year, 40th age? Do you think that Jason Peters better than Chaz Green, better than Byron Bell, better than Ty Nsekhe? Do you think that he's better than those guys?
At left tackle?
Yeah.
No, not at this age.
You don't think that this dude last year tape is better than Ty Nsekhe, Byron Bell, Chaz Green, Josh Ball? You don't think that he's better than those guys?
Hey, Law, the tape that you running right now, it's just like when a kid coming out of high school and they running all the draft highlights. This is a highlight reel. So we only gonna see the good plays he has.
Bro, so you think? Hold on.
Hear me out. Wait, hear me out.
I'm gonna hear you out.
Hear me out. So what I'm saying is, this is a little swayed. You're not showing every play of every tape. Like, you're not showing his mistakes he made. So if he played this well, if all his plays look like what you're showing right now, this man obviously still wanted to play football. Why wouldn't the Bears re-sign him? Dallas just signed him for $300 and some thousand.
$358,000.
So nobody wanted him. Law, you get what I'm saying?
He played for the Bears for a veteran minimum, right?
What I'm saying, though, Law, answer this one question for me. Be very direct.
I'm gonna be very direct.
If he was as good as the tape you just showed throughout the whole season last year, and he still wanted to play this year, right? Why wouldn't he still be with the Bears? He just signed for $300 and some thousand.
All right. So with that being said, the Bears did say that they want to go with the youth. He is 40 years of age. He is from East Texas. He said that he would like to go back to where his hometown, because he said that he had multiple offers. Now, he could be just lying and kicking. That's what he said. That's his word. That's his word. But let me go back. Hold on before we move too far from your. Hold. Let me say this. Let me say this before we go too far away from your other statement. Do you truly believe that I can craft up tape to make Chaz Green, Josh Ball, Tyler Sucky look like the highlight reel that we just crafted up for Jason Peters? Yes or no?
This is what I'm telling. I don't know about Chaz Green, but the other two, like Tyler, I believe Tyler Secchi, consistently over a 17-game season, will give you more at left tackle at this stage of Jason Peters' career. Yes, I do. I'm talking about over a 17-game season. If you think this guy's gonna come in and play left tackle for the last 15 games, you're not being real with yourself, Law. Come on, man. Like you too good of a
analyst. But so let me ask you this: cold hard truth.
Come on, man. Come on.
Who had better stats last year, Terrence Steele or Jason Peterson? Last year.
I mean, I didn't keep up with Jason Peters. I don't know.
I'm giving you. He had 853 snaps, right? Played. He had.
I told you. See, you done forgot. I told you the first time I called you. I'm not that type of fan. You are. I don't disrespect you. I'm just saying we're different when it comes to that. You more into the numbers. You more detailed about doing the vetting the rookies that's coming in. I'm just a fan. You get what I'm saying? And I go by what I see. That's all I do. I'm a lifelong fan, and I go by what I see. And
all right, so what you see, Jason Peters' numbers look better than. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Jason Peters gonna be able to play the last 15 games at left tackle?
We don't know, man. At the age of 40, they're not asking him to do that though. I don't believe he can do that. They're asking him to be a bridge to help Tyler Smith. That's the dude. Okay, that's the dude we need to take a look at. What did that mean?
No, that could mean what I said. He could be a bridge by helping Tyler by what I said.
Right.
By mentoring him.
That's what I said too. I didn't say that he would play week 1 and week 2.
I ain't talking about week 1 and 2. I'm talking about when he does start. When he does whatever it is, week 3, 4, 5, whenever he starts being able to play on the field. What is your expectations? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
And this is exactly what I said. And hear me out. I said he will be a better option than Tyler Sucky, Chaz Green, Byron Bell, all of those other guys, Brandon Knight. Those are guys that played left tackle for the Cowboys when Tyron Smith got hurt. So I'm looking at it that Jason Peters is at least better than those boys. I'm to the degree that even Tyler Smith is better than Chaz Green, Josh Ball. You see you see where I'm coming from now? That the Cowboys did better options of at least having 2 guys for that left tackle role if things don't work out right. They got at least, if it don't work out right with Tyler Smith, they got at least a Band-Aid that they got out of Jason Peters. That's what I'm saying. Let me know if I'm wrong, right or wrong, in the chat. Cold hard truth. Let me know if I'm right or wrong.
I love your optimism, man.
Come on, man. Just let me know I got you. Let me know if I got you, right or wrong.
You know what it is? It's always going to be the best case scenario. It's the best case scenario. It's never. Everything will always go the right way.
Wait a minute. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I would rather have a 40-year-old Jason Peters than Chaz Green right now, man.
Hey, man, you get a lot of access. That's why I respect and love your show, man. You give us all the access. You're privileged to, like being at training camp and all that. You're a local dude there, so. I think that Jerry optimism that rubbed off on you, though, man.
Wait a minute, I was just giving Jerry the 3rd degree. We had people calling me out just a few minutes ago, right? 1 + 1 don't equals 3, and everybody like, nah, Law, it do. But come on, look, I encourage somebody if they can craft up a tape that just like this for Josh Ball. Just like this for Chaz Green, just like this for Byron Bell. If they can craft up a tape like this, then I'll hush. Matter of fact, I'll take a whole week off of YouTube. I won't even post a YouTube video for a full week.
That's an impossible question, man. Nobody can find that tape.
That's my whole point.
You want a tape full of penalties. Man.
Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at, man. But hey, before I let you go, I encourage you, Jason Peters, the last taste that he left in the Eagles' mouth was the 2020 season. If you go look up his 2020 season, he was terrible in 2020. And that's when he played with the Eagles. They said, you know what, he's washed up, he's a shell of himself, and he was let go or what have you. 2021, he went to the Bears. He reclaimed that, hey, he is a good guy. And you and I both know 2020 was a cuss word. You know, everybody had, either you had a good year in 2020 or you had a horrible year in 2020. And the Eagles, they sold the kid off in 2020, but that was his worst season ever in 2020. So that's why the Eagles are saying that he's washed up and he's terrible because of his 2020 season. I appreciate you so much, man.
Let me ask you this before I go, Law. So I'm looking at it the other way. I'm looking at it, his mentorship and leadership.
Right.
Probably like halfway through the season, I think Tyler Smith is really going really show improvement by then.
Yeah.
And I think so. If he is playing well enough to keep that spot, what do you say about Jason Peters maybe being on the other side, maybe at guard or something? You think that's doable?
No. It won't be doable, man. He's a left tackle. That's all he played on this level.
So if you think if Tyler Smith hold it down, I mean that he'll just be on the sideline the whole year then? Jason Peters, I'm just trying to see they wouldn't find a spot for him.
Man, for $350,000, man, he can be in the press box, man, just giving out information.
Not even just for the money factor, like you were saying earlier. Like he's a Hall of Famer. Like you saying, you want to put him out there over them other guys. Like you would just rather have him sit for 17 weeks then?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to hurt. Now, if Tyler Smith get an ankle or get injured, and then we'll have the news that they calling up Jason Peters. And he even said it in his presser. Jason Peters said it in his presser. He said he's never been that dude. He helped out some of the Eagle guys when they were in need of developing and understanding. And even though, he felt that if he can play, he can play. But he's not the type of guy that bang on the table to say, hey, get me in, coach. Get me in. Right. He's a team guy. So I do like that aspect of him. He's not looking to start. He's looking to help. So that's a long way as far as a mentality aspect. And it's good for him, man. $358,000 to sit on the Cowboys sideline versus sitting at your house, man, eating oodles and noodles and getting bigger. Yeah, shoot, give me that.
It's a win-win for him and us.
Right.
Like, that's a win-win. Yeah. So
now we agree it's a win-win. He's better. He's better than Josh Ball. He's better than Byron Bell. Shout out to those guys. And Todd Nisecki, he's better than those guys, and that's a better option. So,
hey, my prediction, Law.
Go ahead.
I think we're gonna get a W.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be 20-17, man. I don't think it's gonna be ridiculous like the last call, 45-28 or whatever he said, but I think it's going to be more like 2017. I think with our home crowd, first game of the season, I think them dogs going to come out on the defensive side. They're going to keep us in and we're going to pull it out.
I wrote it down 20-17. So if that number hit Sunday night, man, be sure I'm going to hit you up, man. Appreciate you, fam.
How about them boys?
How about
them boys?
How about him, baby? Cold hard truth, man. I believe, man, he give me a hard time, man. Y'all know I come to fight, But it's a situation, man. I appreciate the caller, man. I hear what you guys say. Hang up on him. But, I love it, man. I love it. But let me know if I'm wrong. Would you rather have Todd, and no shade at Todd Nisecki, Byron Bell, Chaz Green, and Brandon Knight, and all of those boys, but would you rather have those guys versus Jason Peters, man? He do kind of sound like Corey Holcomb. All right, so we got Jermetta. Hold on. Jermetta, you live, 215-214. Yeah, you live. What's good?
Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm doing.
Been a long time.
How you feeling?
I'm on the better end of things. Still in the hospital.
Wow.
I've been here for a couple of months, but Side effect from the C word vaccination.
Oh, wow.
Go too deep into that. I know they be blocking you when you say stuff like that on YouTube.
You already know.
But yeah, so it was an infection from that turned into a lot. But I'm on the better side of it, getting better. Thank you for asking. I hope all is well with you and your family. Yesterday I celebrated my birthday on Labor Day, so it was a good weekend for me.
Happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you. Now, to address the previous question with the other caller, I mean, I think everybody would rather sugar than shit, you know, like,
right.
Not trying to say Trimeseki is that,
right.
But, I mean, come on, what do you want, experience? You want non-experience versus experience? I'd rather have the experience. Hey, and this is my doctor, so I'm going to give y'all a call back.
All right, no, we're praying for you. Shout out to you. That's your matter. Everybody, she's a strong supporter of the channel. You know, she was in the hospital, I feel like for months now, and she got to get off. But we put our prayers together for Jametta, calling from the hospital bed into the show, and we gonna put our thoughts together. And I tell people all the time, man, time is the most valuable thing on this planet, right? That's why I tell people all the time at the end of my shows, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Whether or not you guys agree with me or disagree, we having a good time. It's nothing personal, right? I mean, we got people from other organizations to call in, right? Or root for other teams to call in. And this is a therapy session, you know, mental warfare, right? You know, I went to the point where I had some things going on in my family. I blocked everybody in my phone. Everybody in my phone but my immediate family. And sometimes you got to block things out, right? Block out all of the outside noise. It's nothing personal to deal with anyone, but sometimes you got to have that time for yourself. And people say, well, Law, you know, you're always working. I feel just like Jerry. I don't feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm talking to my friends, my people, my family members that's here, right? That support the same team that I support and root for. But with that being said, let's put our prayers together for Jametta and hope for a speedy recovery. All right. From the 214, my God, Perez, man, you live.
Hello, Nation, what's good?
It's good with you, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm ready.
Let's go, Cowboys.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Let's get it, baby.
I'm ready, brother.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's been a long 7 months, but I'm ready.
Shoot.
I cannot tell you how ready I am and how excited I'm about this season coming up, brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like that lady, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This Cowboys to me is like my, you know, like come Sunday my problems go away and it's football. And that's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just football and it's like therapy. You know, like,
therapy, man.
Let's go, Cowboys. And
Let's
it's
go.
like the whole world fucking stops. I'm sorry.
Right. No, you good? Come on with it, man. You spitting from your mind. Let's go.
and it's just I'm ready. And then
I'm ready.
And I'm gonna tell you, this is our year. I don't care what anybody says. If they can call me delusional, call me whatever, but it's gonna be our year.
Yeah.
And CeeDee Lamb is gonna have a breakout year.
Let's get it.
This is gonna be the best year Dak ever had.
Yeah.
And Micah Parsons, man, he's gonna make the extra step. Micah Parsons is gonna be. I don't know. I can't imagine how. If he was that good last season, can't wait to see what he's gonna do this year. And you know what? I like that number 9, Turpentine for your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how about him?
Oh my, beautiful storyline, right? Bounced to team, played for multiple organizations, and now he got a chance to rep that silver and blue. And hey, he got all of the heart and soul and determination to make things happen, man. So I can't wait to see him out there.
Yep. And you know what?
What's up?
I don't want to hear anybody say no excuses. I don't want to hear anybody say, well, the Cowboys, they ain't got a good offensive line, and we're not gonna go far this year.
Yeah.
The first person that says that, I'm about to punch him in the mouth, for real.
Yeah, punch him in the mouth, man. I appreciate you so much, Perez, man.
You're either a fan or you're not, and and let's go Cowboys. Hey, let me give you my score real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down.
The
Let me
next
get it. Yeah, I got it right here. All right. What you got?
35-24 Cowboys.
I got you locked in, Perez. Let's make it happen, man. Ooh, that's gonna make me a good night, man. 35-24.
Let me say it real quick before you let me go. Let me say, how about them Cowboys? Let's go!
Yeah, let's get it, baby. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Ghostface Triller, I see you, fam. Let's get it, Cowboy Nation. Hey, we're going to get this thing going the best way possible, but let me lock these guys in, man.
The conference has been locked.
So I tell you what, I'm generous. It's 127.
The conference has been unlocked.
We're going to allow for the next 5 minutes for y'all to jump on in, and then we're going to lock it, okay? So if you're thinking about calling, call in now, 657-390-7391, so I can get you locked in. Because once it's locked and once it's closed, you can be, Law, open up.
FBI, open up.
You ain't going to be able to get in. And don't be trying to say, hey, man, I'm trying to get in. I can't get in. All right, and the right, Nick, you're live from the 540.
No, what it do, baby?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me.
Hey man, what you doing Friday, man? I fly in to Fort Worth Friday, man.
Friday. Getting ready for the Cowboys Experience event. So if you flying in that day, that means you'll be available for the Saturday event that we will have. We have at 2 locations. But I really, really, really want you to be at one of them at least the day before the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, man, that's what I say. I'm gonna fly in on Friday. I think my flight there around 2. But I'm gonna get in touch with you, man, on the personal basis because I wanna give you a generous donation, man.
Okay.
I appreciate the work you do, man, and I'm gonna show some love to you while I'm out there. But I just wanted to call in and let you know, man. I'll be there Friday.
Okay.
We got Peters, man. I just wanted to, it kind of put a smile on my face, but I think he gonna be more so, he gonna be tutoring. He gonna be that tutor that we all had in that math class in 7th grade. That's really all I want from him, because all I'm hearing from Tyler Smith, man, that dude to me, you say what you want about his penalties in college, what have you, but I think he's gonna be ready to play, man. I think he's gonna be ready to put some work in, man. I'm a little bit more optimistic, like I said, because game week. But to me, man, just listening to his temperament, I think the dude's gonna be ready to handle, the pressures that's coming from the outside. Whether it be one-on-ones or blitz packages. Then learning from Peters, man, it ain't nothing better really that you can get. And I'm sure Tyron Smith's still in his ear. So,
right.
I'm excited. But this I had the question for you, because I'm talking to my guys in the group chat. And I got a big Raiders fan in my group chat. So what do you think, man? Dak or Derek Carr? And this goes to the live chat too, man. Y'all taking all quarterback, which I'm sure you are, but be honest in your hearts and hearts. Would you rather have Dak or Derek Carr to start your season? And that's all I really want.
Right. I think Derek Carr, for what he do for that Raiders organization, is phenomenal. I like Derek Carr. That Dak versus Derek Carr, they 1-1 versus each other. So I think that Dak still have a little bit more intangibles than Derek Carr. Mm-hmm. I think that Derek Carr got he is a guy with the same arm of Matthew Stafford. I think they both got the same type of arm. I think Stafford is a little bit more accurate than Derek Carr, though. But Dak Prescott, I think Dak Prescott intangibles, just a little bit above Derek Carr. And if it's the game to game situation, a game winning situation, give me Dak Prescott over Derek Carr. But shout out to Derek Carr, man. Yeah, that's my guy too.
I go off playoff wins. Dak 1, Derek 0. So that's where I ended that conversation with them. But nah, man, I'm gonna keep it short because like I said, I'm gonna be out there Friday. So we'll get in touch and we'll do that. But yeah, man, y'all do y'all thing, man. Go Cowboys. I love y'all. Love the nation.
Appreciate you, man, so much, man. Shout out to my guy Nick, man. And I know that people are going to go back to say, well, the last game they played in, Derek Carr performed better. Derek Carr had the aficionados in his bag, man. I wish that when Dak Prescott dropped back and he just closed his eyes and threw it to a certain side of the field, and there was Flag City, flags galore, right? And then Dak Prescott roll out to the edge and run, and then all of a sudden, there's a late hit on the quarterback, roughing the quarterback that's been called. Derek Carr got away with that multiple times in that game, and they called what kind of flag they call on my guy Parsons when he hit Derek Carr to extend the drive? Man, Derek Carr, man, but still give me Dak Prescott over Carr, right? Exactly. Flag every play. But, I know I can hear people say, man, you biased, man.
The conference has been locked.
But here we go from here. We will see the trueness of Derek Carr. This year, he got him a unique weapon. I can tell you one thing. Amari Cooper shined better with Dak Prescott than he did with Derek Carr. Do anybody want to debate me on that? Do anybody want to debate me on that? No, come on. Dak over Carr, right? Come on, that's what I'm rolling with. All right, Dak not done yet. Speaking of Dak, you're live, 737.
Hey, yeah, what's up, Law? Yeah, it's your boy Dak not done yet, man.
Salute, bro.
What's up? Okay, chilling, man. Okay, well, I want to say Peters, I want to let everybody know Peters was a blessing to us. I know some people just think he's going to be used as training the offensive line, but don't be surprised if he puts one of these offensive linemen out, because because I've seen his tape, and I understand what old boy said, that the tape that he said that you showing is just like a highlight reel. Well, actually, I watched his tape last year, right? Because I knew people were gonna say this was just a highlight reel. It's all his best games. Well, I watched all his tape, right? And he was like that for 15 games, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had bumps here or there, but he was pretty much a solid player for the whole 15 games he was playing last year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, I just think it's a possibility that he may push one of these players that don't be surprised if he's playing earlier than what people expect him to play.
I mean, the only person that he can push out now will be what? When you elevate him from the practice squad, you got to remove somebody from your 53. So that would be what? Josh Ball or
Yep.
I don't want Collins, because Collins too versatile. He can play left and right. So
he's a ninja.
He's a ninja. Yeah. So it'd be Ball. He'll push Ball to the practice squad, and I don't think. And people fail to realize when you have a player on your practice squad, in order for another team to get them off of your practice squad, they got to remove a player from their 53. So it's not practice squad for practice squad swap. So understand that ruling as well for the people that's in the chat. Go ahead.
And then don't forget about Smith. He did have that high ankle sprain.
Allegedly.
And yeah, exactly. So if that is the case, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's a big possibility. So you know what I'm saying? So I don't want everybody to get bummed out that he's 40 because don't forget, it's a dude named Tom Brady that's 40 that's playing at a very high, you know what I'm saying, pace.
45 at that. Yeah, he's 5 years older. So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not impossible. So you know what I'm saying? Don't take his age and say he's 40, because every report I hear talk about him, they keep saying the 40-year-old Peter. They never just say Peter. They always say the 40-year-old Peter. No, they may still put that narrative out there that he's 40 years old. He's an old player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, just be aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow, like, and share. You know what I'm saying? Law watch you every day.
I appreciate you, man.
Keep doing what you're doing. And, bro, I love what you do. You know what I'm saying? You touch so many people, but you need to be. I want you to be at a higher place. I mean, you need to be on like ABC. I know what I'm saying. I mean, just like 30 minutes. I mean, because just how you just how you get one. Okay, some people may call in here and they may be like, okay, they're not that good, but then at the end of the call, you reel them in. Everybody doesn't have that. That's show business. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's certain type of people that can do things, you know what I'm saying, what you do. You know what I'm saying? Some people can just talk to people, and then when that person leaves, you know what I'm saying, that person has the exact same mindset they had when they came in, but not with you. You change that mindset. You make them see a bigger picture. You think outside the box.
Man, I appreciate that,
man. That's why I'm telling you, bro. I do this, bro. I do this. You need to be in like a bigger, you know what I'm saying, doing showbiz. I mean, YouTube is good, Facebook's good, Instagram's good, all that's good. You know what I'm saying, media's blowing up right now.
Right.
But it's the ESPN. I mean, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, you can change so many lives in 30 minutes. ESPN. You know what I'm saying? We need to find a way to make that happen. I mean, you got a lot of followers, you got a lot of people behind your back. We can make this happen.
Man, I appreciate you, man, so much, man.
My name, Dak Not Done Yet. Dak Not Done Yet. Out. How about them Cowboys? Let's go.
Let's go, man. He got them going 36-14. I got you written down in the book of law, man.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yes, sir. Let's go with it. Law Nation.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi. That's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it. They know that, even if they don't know me any more than they know the chairman of General Mills.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, baby. It's a brand, baby. It's a brand. I got my guy, Coach, man. He always delivering some good stuff, man. Coach AJ, man. What's good with you?
Man, I'm so happy. It is dang close. It's close, man. I feel that fire, don't you?
Man, I feel it. Yeah.
I mean, your stomach start to curl right before that big game. You know, you got those rookies over there wanting to go in the bathroom and throw it all up.
Yeah.
The old veteran ate well and sit back and relax, getting his hydration up right before the game. And now you just want to go out there and let it all out.
Let it all out,
So it's coming, man. It's coming, baby. Law Nation is nothing but the best, man. I think the Dallas gonna win 24-13, man. I just feel like that the Bucs ain't been together long enough, and Tom's gonna have a rough day getting away from the pass rush.
24-13.
Young guys are hungry. Yep.
Ooh-wee.
And you know the funny part, your boy gonna go crazy on him. Zeke gonna go crazy. Gonna have a $150 on him.
Okay, I'm write that down too, man. Double time.
We're gonna have. Well, they didn't put that toss in more. I think that's what they're gonna run on them. They're gonna say, okay, let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's run some toss with this 12-man formation on them.
Yes, indeed.
Get him outside. Let him cut back.
Man.
Keep the pressure out of the center of the field.
Man.
But man, I like the move with Peterson. I don't care what nobody say. I'll take this old vet until we get these young guys built up, built ready. I know he ain't ready week one, but he can teach, he can coach.
Right.
And these young guys, don't get jealous. Don't lose your little temps. Just stay with the program. The program is you get due experience in due time. Remember what we all thought of turnstile.
Oh, my God.
The first year. Oh, yeah. I heard you.
Yeah.
I really would like you to go play Bossman, play Boss Cowboy, and don't you leave your boy James out. James said, get rid of this clown. I wish you could.
You got receipts, huh, Coach? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got a receipt on Big James. Big James called him the clown.
Man.
I said, this man, and after about 5 games in the last season, Big James was like, this dude is balling.
Balling, man. Yeah.
Balling. And we moved him to the left. He wasn't ready for it.
He wasn't ready for that.
I believe. Yeah, but this cat was playing left tackle in college.
Right.
That's why we all, I hate to tell people, but he was already playing left tackle in college.
Mm-hmm.
And we keep forgetting that. So maybe he's going to be a little bit step better than what we think. And I hope, for Dak's sake, that we ain't sitting back there trying to throw these deep crossing routes like they did last year. You know, get him out, get some quick passes out, a couple of screens, a couple of draws, get it moving. And then you got the motion going downhill. And I feel like Tom been missing so much of training camp, he might throw some early morning picks, and we might get on top of him.
Yes, indeed. You got to rattle Tom early and often, but you got to know that dude, just like his career, he is not going to give up. You know,
no.
He like,
you know what? People always say Dak ain't beat Brady, but hell, last year, you think about it, with 1 minute left, Dak was ahead.
Yeah.
Them boys were ahead. We gave it up with the last second field goal.
Yeah.
You can't put that on your quarterback, folks. You got to understand we were good defense, but we let some things slide. First couple of drives of the San Francisco game, as your brother has let it be known.
Yeah.
Y'all got punched in the mouth.
Ooh.
Well, this year we're going to do the punching. We're going to sting like a bee and float like a butterfly.
Ooh. Yeah.
And come on, baby. Let's go, baby.
Let's
anyway,
go.
Mr. Law, I don't see anything else to worry about.
No doubt,
now,
Coach.
Who's going to be the starting wide receivers? What you hearing on that?
They hired Noah Brown, and Noah Brown had a hell of a off season so far. He lost weight. Yeah, he lost weight. He looks good in and out of his cuts. But we did. My only thing is all of that momentum dissipated because he didn't get a chance to play in the preseason game, and he had a toe injury. So we hope. We're going to lean on that, right? That he can continue to have that same elevation that he had in the offseason. And,
so
of course,
your third receiver is going to be?
Third receiver is going to be Jalen Tolbert.
So they're going to go ahead and start the rookie in that spot.
Right.
You see how the Cowboy fans, and you even already said it, we're just going to go ahead and put him out there.
Don't put him out
there. But Smith, he got to earn it, beat up some people, rob, and I ain't going to say the rest of that stuff. I don't want to say like Ben Roethlisberger, but you can get my drift.
Yeah.
He got to go do those kind of things. You know, I just think that the kid will be fine. But how are we going to get Williams some playing time on the D side?
I think third and fourth quarter, you see Sam Williams more into the mix. I truly believe that Dante Fowler, Dorrance Armstrong, they are being favored, as well as, of course,
well, I know why they use
D-Lo.
Dorrance Armstrong. He played more like an outside backer, and that's what we keep forgetting to mention. He covering flats. When he scooping up balls, he ain't on the line of scrimmage. He back off. He taking backs out of the flat.
Right.
I mean, he doing things that the other guys don't do. We don't want to see Sam Williams in the pass. I mean, dropping in the flats. We want him blitzing and going all after the quarterback. Dorrance Armstrong, a different breed, you know.
Yeah.
But this is going to be his last year if he don't do nothing. But then again, like I said, he had 5 sacks.
Yeah.
5 sacks last year, and the guy we wanted to pay $14 million only had 5 sacks too.
So.
And never played the whole season. So I'm happy with what it is. Hey, Lau, keep doing your thing, man. I'll say it again. How about them Cowboys? We're about to explode, brother.
Let's go, Coach, man. I appreciate you so much for calling in. It's Coach AJ, y'all. Put y'all hands together for Coach AJ, man. Always here, man. Call it win, lose, or draw, giving me the real, raw, and uncut. So shout out to Coach AJ all together, man. All right, so we got everybody that's in here, man. I hope you guys hold tight because I'm going to get everybody that's on this phone. But y'all already know. Get ready for it. Let me see if I can hit it. She's your queen to be. What's good, Queen? You're live.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, how about them? Let's go.
All right. Jason Peters.
Yeah.
I am glad that he's on the team. Because, you know, he can dispense his knowledge to the rest of the room that he's in. And, you know, because he's played for different teams.
Right.
But he spent 11 years in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he got a lot of training and had gained a lot of experience and knowledge so that he has something to give to this team. The only thing I'm worried about is I feel that Jerry and Steven need to go and find a veteran, older veteran receiver.
Okay. Yeah.
That can still bust people's asses.
Get them.
Yeah. And still has the strength and mental capacity to do everything that he needs to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure somebody's out there. It may be slim pickings.
It's
but I'm
slim
sure
picking. Will Fuller.
Very,
yeah. Will Fuller's out there. Yeah, yeah. I forgot the other guy. That's why I'm pausing.
Okay. I'm sure it's very slim pickings. But that's something that they need to do. Even if they get somebody that has retired.
You open up a can of worms when you said that one. You know that, Queen.
That's a great idea. Get somebody that maybe last year had retired from the game.
AB, huh? Antonio Brown. Dez Bryant.
I don't know who they are.
T.Y. Hilton. Those are some names that the people in the chat are lamenting there. To go out there and get those guys. But they got to wait.
Yeah.
This is what they're doing. They are on the wait and see philosophy, Queen. And if we said we all been banging on the table, let's get back to running. So if we run the ball effectively, I think that Tolbert, Noah Brown, one-on-ones, they can win, right? I think that they're going to try to double cover CD Lamb. My worst feeling would be if they say, all right, CD, we'll leave you one-on-one, right? We'll leave everybody one-on-one, and they drop people in coverage. And if the Buccaneers can stop the run before rushing, then we are in trouble. But my thing is, if we can get the run when they in that dime look or in their big nickel, then we are winning. So it's a cat and mouse type of game.
Well, this year, the Cowboys' mentality has changed and is different.
Right.
So I feel like the first level or second level offensive lines are going to be able to bust the defense in their damn mouth.
Yep.
And open up the gates for our running backs the way they need to.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Most certainly.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just have one more thing to say. Law, I heard you one day talking about a business that you was going to start. I don't want you to procrastinate and put that on the back burner.
Okay.
Because I feel like God has destined you for greatness. And I feel like that's one of the things that's going to get you there and open many doors for you to elevate what you're doing at this time.
I'll take heed to all you saying. I'm taking heed to it, yeah.
I need you to have faith. Have faith to step out on and do that. I don't want you to procrastinate.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say. I thought about that while I was listening to your podcast.
Most certainly.
And you was talking about football. You wasn't
football.
talking about your business.
Okay.
So, that's all I have to say. And how about them Cowboys And let him hang, Cowboys Nation.
Yes, indeed. That's Queen right there. Look. Law business is coming your way. I appreciate her so much for speaking it, and listening in to what I said. And also, hey, let me know, hey, get that business going. Me and my brother, he just texted me just a few seconds ago saying, hey, we need to do a pre-show. And the business need to be the beard butter, the Law Beards butter, man. I truly believe we got a nation of people who need to try to, want to know information on how to grow their beard and get their beard going. And sometimes people need to remind you of your goal and your short-term goals and some of your other things. And as busy as I am, I'm busy as a bumblebee, if you guys already know. And I really, 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 really appreciate you guys so much, because I know for sure anywhere in the world, I got my family with me, and that's you guys. So I shout out to y'all, man. Ha Lee, appreciate you. East Camden, appreciate you. Sadiqua, thank you so much. And Queen as well. Appreciate everybody who called in. I got my guy, D from the DC. You're live, man, from the 301. Talk to me.
What's up, Law?
What's good with you, man? Give me some energy, man. What you got?
I think we're going to win 31-20. Put me down. 31-20.
D from DC, 34-20.
31.
Oh, 31. Okay, hold on. Ain't there something? The pen hating on me. The pen stopped writing, D. Let me see if I can get it going. Sometimes you got to bang that pen. 31-20, right?
Yeah, and I think we need to do another play action to open up the passing game, and we're going to be fine. We need to start running the ball to the left side behind Big Tyler to get him acclimated into the game, because we need to set the tone early on defense. We need to get the pressure up the middle, because we all know Brady don't like the pressure up the middle, so we can get him off his spot, we're going to be fine. Because, he don't like the pressure up the middle, but we got to get him off that spot. If we don't get him off that spot early, we're going to be in trouble.
No doubt, D. So if we get him off of his spot, pressure up the middle, I like that, because if Brady is on the outside, those are areas where he tend to throw the ball at the feet of the receivers. You flush him out, then he'll panic and he'll throw those interceptions. And I know he's 45 Brady. He's the GOAT. I'm not sitting out here saying that he can't throw the ball anymore, because I looked at some practice footages. He still can sling it around, but pressure is a mother, so we put that pressure on him. It will exactly bust those pipes. But we got to continue. We can't let up off the gas on Tom Brady.
And look, I already put a bet in on the Cowboys to win the game on the money line. So we're going to do it. I already put the bet in already.
Yes, indeed, D. So, hey, when that money come in, just hook your brother up, man, because I already know it's going to come in. 31-20. Let me hear you say it, D.
How about them Cowboys, baby?
Yes, indeed. How about them Cowboys? My guy D from DC, from the 301, man. Always holding it down for the nation, man. Hey, so 31-20. I can't wait to see this thing go all the way through. I got from Jersey City, man, at 201. Let me hear you.
Hey, Lord, what up, Lord? It's T1. I've been watching you since the beginning of this fourth season.
All right.
Contact, man.
I appreciate you, fam.
And, I just got two questions for you.
Talk to me.
If Tyler Smith is having a good year, what you think about kicking Jason Peters into guard?
No, man. If Tyler Smith is having a great year, believe it or not, and that's a good question, though. I don't want to do Jason Peters inside as guard, right? I think that he played majority of his time at left tackle, and that's where he should be at. I truly believe that Connor.
I mean, he did have a little stint there at guard with Philly.
He did.
He played the year. He played 1 year. He played that guard.
What? How many years ago that was?
say about like 3, 4?
Maybe 3, 4 years ago. I mean, if he's a left-sided guy, look, here's my notion on this. All right, so if Tyler Smith is having a world of a world, good time at left tackle, right? Then normally, I know how Cowboys organization is, right? Or the fans dare I say. They're going to be looking at it like, even if he's having a good game, if we don't win, they're going to say he's having a bad game. That's just how that goes. And I hope that the pressure of public opinion don't sway the Cowboys to pull him even though he's having a good game and sliding him inside, and then all of a sudden you put Jason Peters at left tackle and they make matters worse, right? And we've seen it happen. Law, do you have any information on that? Yes. The Denver Broncos game, right? My guy Terrence Steele having a world of a year, and then they try to get cute and they say we'll kick him to the left side of the field because he played left tackle in college. And when I talked to Duke Manningweather, he was telling like, no, this would not be a good outcome for the Cowboys. And we destroyed the confidence of Terrence Steele. And that's what I don't want. I wish if Tyler Smith is having a good year, then you keep that the same and just try to match up with whoever you got at guard at that guard spot, like Connor McGovern. Let's continue to make sure that these guys have continuity and rapport to get things going. But I don't want them to just play musical chairs with this offensive front.
Yeah, I don't want them to do that either. Last year was a horrible year for me doing that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It turned out bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I was just thinking though. You just think about it. Zach Martin on one side and then Jason Peters on the other side.
Yeah,
just to cover up Tyler Biadasz and make Tyler Biadasz more comfortable.
Yeah, that is another situation there. I think that even Tyler Biadasz, if we roll out, let's do this game right quick. Tyler Smith, right, left tackle, left guard, Connor McGovern, Tyler Biadasz at center, Zach Martin at right guard, and Terrence Steele. All fingers are still pointing at Tyler Biadasz as being the weak link, believe it or not.
Yeah, it does, but it'd be better if he has two great Pro Bowlers and two Hall of Famers to cover him up, wouldn't it?
It would help. It would help.
Up the middle.
It would help, but
just imagine Zeke running behind that big 71.
Yeah. I'll have to see it right now, though. I'll have to hear some noise of them practicing that in practice. That's what I have to hear.
Yeah, because I was listening to Nate Newton, and it seems like it's easier to play guard. So wouldn't that make him like easier to acclimate to being season ready, playing Jason Peters at guard?
Yeah, but it does sound like knee-jerk reaction, though. These are guys that have been practicing at that spot all year, and I get it. Peters, he probably know more football than those guys forgot, but this would still sound like knee-jerk reaction. I don't want to play around with it, man. Let's see how this thing looks before we start saying these things, though. Let's see how this first unit look first. Somebody said, somebody agreeing with you, best 5 should be the starting, period. That's from Black Belt 7-2-1.
Yeah, that'd be to me, in my opinion, that'd be the best 5.
Yep. Put it like this. I would tell you this. The final word should be tonight. I'm going to reach out to the OC since he's more seasonal than I am with offensive line. And I'm going to ask him, how would that play out? And then I'll get his thoughts and his opinions of it. Okay. Just tune in tonight. So that'll be the longest waiting hold for an answer. You know what I'm saying? So hold on for tonight. How about that?
Okay, I got you.
All right. You got anything else before I let you go?
Nah, that's it. Just one more thing. Go Cowboys Nation.
Go Cowboy Nation, man. Appreciate him, man. But you guys get what I'm saying. I can only give it these opinions from what I've seen, right? But the guy that actually played on the offensive line, like the front 5, the OC, I would like to pick his brain. Or if at 3 o'clock y'all can ask my guy Vach Lombardi about that. He's an offensive line guy. Or y'all can tweet at Brian Broaders, Duke Manningweather, and say, hey, man, this is just us just thinking out loud, can Jason Peters play guard and let Tyler Smith, if he's having a good year, let him continue to play at left tackle? Now, this would mean that Connor McGovern fell flat on his face, right, or injury. Those are the situations there. And some of you guys, David Gonzalez says no, right? Or if you guys got offensive lineman Ackerman, right? If you guys got offensive line skill set, we can open up this conversation as long as you guys keep this with wonderful decorum, right? That we can talk about this right here, the offensive lineman being moved around like musical chairs, right? But neither here nor there. I got the 626. You in the mix. You 626.
Hey, what's up, Locke? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's up, Locke? How's it going, man?
Not going well, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, I called you last year when the Buccaneers and the Cowboys were going to play in the week 1.
Okay.
And then this week I was like, I got to call them back again this following week.
No doubt.
My name is Edgar, man. I'm calling from L.A.
All right. L.A. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, not gonna lie, man. I was one of those guys that was hitting the panic button.
Okay.
At the beginning, but then I kept seeing your content, man, and I'm kind of getting convinced here, man, that everything has its process, and
right.
I'm like kind of hitting my way out to that panic button and just kind of see the season kind of fly off.
Right.
I'm supposed to go, and yeah, man. Thanks to your content, I'm pretty much staying. How do you say that? Optimistic of the Cowboy season, because I'm not gonna lie to you. This season, I was just more like, man, we lost a lot of pieces. What are we gonna do? But about that whole Peters pickup, I heard that one guy talking. I think it should be like a blessing in disguise. Just like you say that the other two guys that were playing left guard, who knows? They might just pick up. And they might just see it as, oh, damn, I got competition, so I got to step it up.
Right.
And it could be a good problem for us at the end of the day, because who knows? Maybe all those guys that we used last year, they might just step it up. And you never know. We might just have like a better O-line or a better left tackle than we ever did. And same thing with the rookie, too. I mean, that's just my opinion, man. Kind of just wanted to shout out to keep doing your thing, man. You're doing an awesome job, man. Just keeping up for the Cowboy fans here, because there's a lot of us that we're losing like faith on the team, and
right.
I mean, just listening to you, it's more like, oh shit, no, man, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm a Cowboy fan, man. I gotta stick with it, no matter what, win, lose, or draw.
Yes, what we do, man.
It has to be like that.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, keep doing your thing, man. And all I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate you from L.A., man. Thank you so much for jumping in and being part of this one, man. Thank you. Keep calling in, fam. Yes, indeed.
Spartans! What is your profession? This is Sparta!
So, Cowboy Nation, this is what I'm saying, man. Shoot. The leader sits up and he says, charge, right? Charge, and everyone goes in, right? But some leaders stay on the mound, right? And say, charge, While all of the troops go in, all of the pawns go in. But I'm the leader. I'm saying charge and I'm running right in, like Braveheart or something like that. But I go right in with this. You guys, y'all should understand that this is not a situation where all of the teams are 100%, right? Even in week 1, there should be guys looking at this moment and saying that, hey, everybody's undefeated until we start playing. From the 804, you're live.
Hey, what's going on?
Man, going good, man. Sound like you're on the road, man. Talk to me.
I am, man. Truck driver, man. 804 calling in. Truck driver, man. I just want to speak on, man.
I'm excited about this year, excited about the season, about the kickoff. And I was just sitting right here thinking, man, if we can knock off the Buccaneers and the Bengals back to back, what this going to do for our confidence, for the team, and I think, that's going to put the league on notice that we can get this done. And I truly believe we can get this done if we can play that good defense and run that football. We got to run the football, man. We got to run it. Even if we got some resistance, we got to run that football.
Run it.
And I know our defense can hold. We like I said, man, I called it once before. We got some dogs on defense, man. And so yeah, and I'm excited about that, man. We can knock, the Bengals and the Buccaneers off to start that thing off. Oh, watch out. I've been hearing a lot of Eagles talk and all that, but the difference between us and the Eagles, we know who Dak Prescott is. They don't know who Jalen Hurts is. They know he can run the ball. Yeah. What else you know about him? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we know how Dak is. We know how he battled adversity. And I'm more excited about Dak than anybody. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of us is, but he got something to prove. And, Lord, I got a question for you, man. Have we ever knocked out Brady? I don't think we ever beat Brady before.
But no, we never beat him. But, man, just like Zach Martin said, hey, it's the first time for everything. So, hey, hopefully we can get one in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. So hopefully we can get one in. I feel like we can, man. And, Brady is the GOAT, but we own one from last year, So that's really it, man. I do got a prediction, for the score. I believe it could be 27-20 our way.
What's your name, man? What's your name?
My name, King Brian, man. King Brian.
King, okay.
Yep, yeah, KB King Brian, man. 804.
804.
Yes, sir, man. And
what you predict the score will be? What you said the score gonna be?
27-20, Law. 27-20.
I got you in, man. I hope you win the consolation prize, man. You know how it goes, man.
Yes, sir.
Let me hear you say it, man, while you're on the road, man. Let me hear you say it, fam.
Yes, sir, man. How about those Cowboys, man? How about them, baby?
Hey, be safe, man. Let's go.
Okay. Yes, sir, man. Thanks, Law.
Yes, indeed, man. Brian, man, on the road calling in. Look, man, I love it, man. We got people calling in from all areas of the world, L.A., man, even on the road, traveling. And it goes a long way, Cowboy Nation. I love it so much, man. And I really appreciate those who took their time out of their busy days to call, to give us all of that good stuff, Cowboy Nation, and trust and believe we're not the only team that's battling and going through things, Cowboy Nation. There are other teams, and they give hope and optimism in their own way. This was a quote from Tom Brady, and let me try to make it big so everyone can see it. Bucs quarterback Tom Brady on the offensive line. I hope they take it to heart, all of the things that people have said about them, right? So that's Tom Brady. That's how he's giving motivation to his troops, because they talked about the offensive line and how this and that is going to happen. And Tom Brady is at the stage of his career to use reverse psychology, right? He can look into the hearts of the guys and say, hey, or the eyes, and see down into their hearts and say, hey, I was a 6th-round draft pick. Look at me. Nobody got more Super Bowls than me, right? He can say all of those things and say, hey, they said this about me that I can't win it without Bill Belichick. Look what I've done, right? So he can say, hey, he is the GOAT. And if you guys want to rally behind me, then, hey, don't listen to the outside noise. That could be his talk track, right? And those type of things goes a long way. So on the inverse, the Cowboys should be looking at it the same way, saying, hey, Tyler Smith, you was a 1st-round draft pick. They talk more about you than the people that was drafted before you, Charles Cross, Evan Niels, what's his name? Akeem Ikwanu, however you say his name. Those guys are not being judged and viewed upon like you are. But you are a 1st-round draft pick that was drafted later than them. A third of the people don't even know the names of the people that I just mentioned. Right, Cowboy Nation? Because when you play with the silver and blue, with the star on your helmet, right? There's always people that's going to try to sully, denigrate you, cast aspersions, tell you what you can't do. And even when you prove them wrong, they still move the goalposts, and they will literally say to your face that the Cowboys are an accident waiting to happen. They will they'll pull out the information and say, well, yeah, look what they done did. This against these amount of teams, right? Not like it's the craziest thing of all, right? It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Meaning that if you beat a team that's below you, right? Oh, man, you're supposed to beat them. If they beat you, then you say, look at the Cowboys. They can't beat the lonely Giants. Look at the Cowboys. They can't beat Washington. Look at the Cowboys. They can't beat the filthy Eagles, right? But when they beat us, look at the Eagles. They going to the Super Bowl. Look at the Giants. They going to the Super Bowl. Look at the Washington. They going to the Super Bowl. But when we beat them, it's like, okay, that's the NFC least. That's how it's been for many of years. So it's always that with the Dallas Cowboys. No one else has been judged and viewed upon. They did 4 to 5 segments on the Cowboys this morning to the degree of saying, is CeeDee Lamb? Is he a number 1 wide receiver? Right? Never heard those storylines and conversations been added to Cooper Kupp. Never heard those storylines and conversations added to other wide receivers that play in the National Football League. It's always this and that, right? It's always saying that the Cowboys can't do this. And trust me, I can say the same thing. If I were to do a show, right? And let me see if I got my chart that I always like to bring up because a lot of people just don't understand what I'm saying until I show them some tangible things right here. I probably can't even find it now. Look at me. Come on, Lord. Come on, find it. I probably ain't going to find it right now. I probably deleted it. It's about the droughts. The Cowboys been in a drought for over 27 years, right? 26 years of not being back to the promised land, right? And the windows of opportunities been on other teams, right? But they do not talk about those teams. Why? Because they don't get the clicks. They don't get the that dog, now I'm looking for it and I can't find it. It's been such a drought, I can't even find it. But you guys know what illustration I'm talking about, right? It's been one of those things, whereas the Cowboys been one of the teams that everybody mentioned about their act. Oh, here we go. Well, you keep looking, you'll find it, right? I could have a show, a channel, and I can be talking for 75 years and be right about the Cards, an accident waiting to happen. I can have a show in the channel and I can be talking about the Lions. I could be right for 65 years and say, hey, man, an accident waiting to happen. What can go wrong will go wrong. I can be having the same conversational piece about the Bengals for 55 years. You guys would think that, man, this dude knows every answer to the key to the test because he's been right for 55 years. Right? So waiting for a chip, even though they've been to the Super Bowl, they lost. And trust me, you don't want to be on that end of it, Cowboy Nation. And it took me forever to dig that up. Shout out to just me because I don't have no producer in my ear. But I promise you guys, the narrative will always be on the negative side with the Cowboys. There's no beat of hope. There's no beat of confidence with this team. Look, CeeDee Lamb, this is from Derek Fisher. Appreciate you so much. I'm going to answer some of you guys and putting it in the chat. CeeDee Lamb was the top 5 in drops and was the 3rd in receivers. Crazy. Yeah. I only watch Law for Cowboys News. It's from Greg Berry. Shout out to you, Captain. Appreciate you. Browns and Lions had never been there. Yeah, Yarber, yet they never been there. Finally, no negative energy. All talking heads have been putting in and out of these years. Yeah, Damon, appreciate you. Yes, no negative energy, but they all been talking. Y'all know how this thing goes, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening. So it is what it is at this point. The Cowboys must continue to grind, to shine, baby. All right, and it's just what it is. Some people can feel a little bit of it, right? Some people can feel it. Those poor Cards, yeah, let me pull it up again. Those poor Cards, accident waiting to happen for 75 years, man. The Jets 53. the Miami Dolphins, you literally got people on national TV, radio, that's fans of the Miami Dolphins, that's fans of the Jets and the Vikings. They would talk Donkey Kong-sized stuff about the Dallas Cowboys and not knowing their own team history, right? Like, let me know if I'm wrong. And then there are people that would say, hey, at least the other teams won multiple playoffs. At least they've been to the Super Bowl. Well, I don't want to get to the top of the mountain yet to get knocked off. I want to get to the top of the mountain to put my flag there and to stand tall and let it hang from there, right? And then slide down, just like my guy Jim Rowan said, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one, right? A prize fighter continue to swing even when he's down. Remind me of Reuben, Hurricane. Y'all know who he is, right? The prize fighter got locked up. The innocent man got locked up for over 20 years, but he continued to fight, right? I want y'all to be like Reuben. One can argue that, hell, on his career path, it could have been better than Muhammad Ali. But you got to keep focused. Your mind got to be there. Your heart, the determinations of your thoughts got to be there. Don't fold up like a wallet or a lawn chair. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Some people say, Lord, why you optimistic? Well, when you've been through the darkness and the valleys and you fell down multiple times and you got back up, you realize and you say, man, the pain, the battle that we've been through, this is nothing now. Right? Maybe Jerry was right and I'm wrong, because I'm quite sure that the enemy will always attack you, will always try to throw you out. And maybe 1 + 1 is 3. But I do know of a story that they took 3 guys and they threw them into the fire. They wanted them to die and perish so much that even their man, the enemy, they got burnt trying to throw them into the fire. And then they looked in there and they said, hey, you threw 3 of them in there, but that's a 4th guy. Where he come from? Well, the nation, open up your eyes and your spirit. Maybe that 1 + 1 is 3 when you contextualize all what Jerry was saying. That there's an extra person that's out there fighting for us that we can't see. Maybe that's the situation. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind for it, Cowboy Nation, and everyone that's listening. If 1 + 1 = 3, if dogged and grim, and besiege and beset it, if you formulate your mind to it, even if you disagree with it, you will get it, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, 1 + 1 is 40. That's what my guy, I'm awake, are you? That's what he said. You're listening to absolutely nothing. And I mean just that, nothing but the best, Cowboy Nation. Y'all wake up. I do know one thing. 5 + 1 is 6. And we can't wait to get that number. Put in the chat, quest for 6. 5 + 1. Let me see 5 + 1, baby. Come on, Cowboy Nation.
I want me some glory hole.
No doubt, Jerry. I'm about one love. Let's roll these credits and also let's run it up, baby. Let's go, baby. 5 + 1. Let me see what that number is. Let's go. Come on.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Shout out to all the supporters. Appreciate y'all. Super chat. Jake Versick, Sadiq with Charles, man. I really appreciate y'all love for the nation. Shout out to those who submitted things and helped this thing grow via the Cash App. I really appreciate you guys so much. At least we know for sure 30% ain't gone, right? Let's go. Charge it to the game. Who with Law? Reggie J, shout out to you. Put your prayers together for Jamaica. Ali, appreciate you. 5+1. Come on.
Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this.
Nothing real as this, baby. Come on.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on, baby.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on.
Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
If you a real one, baby, let me see.
Gotta throw a party for my day one.
Come on.
I never own no chrome.
Never.
Too many foes and clothes. Yeah, I be at home alone. I be in
Shout out
zones
to
alone.
Duck.
I be on road alone.
Get y'all hands off the panic button, baby. No time for that. Put that fire over it, baby. Stop crying. Come on. Put that panic man up off us. Come on.
Kinda check a song.
I just wanna run it up. Final word tonight, baby. Let's go. One love, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to all of the real ones. Shout out to you, Gina. I see you. I can't wait for Gina to call in the halftime. I can't wait to see you this coming game, right? You can call in the halftime. The Gina report. Time and appreciate you. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. We about.
Take a drag of my cigarette.
Again.
Breathe me out, breathe you in. Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you. For you.
Mickey. Salute. Tony. Y'all grooving with me, right? I'm awake, or you? Yes, indeed. I follow. Aaron, appreciate you.
When you pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too. Damn act together.
All right, Jerry, we trying, man. Come on.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it. They know that. Even if they don't know me, they know the chairman of General Mills.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole.
Asmodeus, appreciate you. Shout out to you too. Thank you for the Cash App support. Salute to Duncanville. Put y'all prayers together, man, for Jackson, Mississippi. We need water out there. I follow. Chef Mac. That's my guy, Mark Holmes would say. Never trust a skinny chef, huh? Let's get it. Birdie.
Really doesn't feel that far. So far, so If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Fly on.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. Until next time.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working,